So I guess for good reason, I've had multiple requests. Actually, more requests for this video than I've probably had for any other video. So today, I'm going to bring you my updated Dodge build video. Now, the last one I did was actually 5 months ago today, when the skill tree beta came out, and I did one for the new skill trees. But since the skill trees were updated after the beta, never went back and redid it. So that's what we're going to do today. Now, with all Dodge builds, there's a couple of camps that you can go with this one. And I'm typically going to always go with the one that gives you a little bit more armor instead of dodge. I feel recently that dodge, especially on Death Wish heists, really doesn't feel like you're dodging that much. And you really lose the armor really fast and you never have that much health at the same time. So, a little bit controversial sometimes. Some people take Rogue, some people take Crook. Originally, I would always take Rogue. But having played dodge a lot over the past few months, I feel like Crook is probably the better option. We'll take a quick look at what both of those do and kind of the differences it brings. You can see here that this dodge build, quotation marks, I'm getting 40 dodge here, and if we switch that up to Rogue with the same exact build, I'm going to get 45. Now, you can get 55 with dodge if you get rid of this ballistic vest here, and that will take care of that. But like I said, I'm going to go with Crook because the actual armor I get, instead of 91 armor, I'm going to get 136.5. So, to me, that makes it worth it. To me, it makes it feel so much better, and you last so much longer. So, let's take a look at Crook and what it actually is. So, obviously, it's a dodge, and it's a ballistic vest armor perk. So, all you're going to get is chance to increase armor, for ballistic vest by 20%, dodge increase, more ballistic vest armor, dodge increase, armor for ballistic vest, and armor recovery rate at the same time. So that's pretty much that. And if you did go for Rogue and get a little bit more dodge, it's purely all dodge on this one. Nothing that great, other than at the end here, all your weapons have a 25% chance to pierce enemy armor. So like I said, let's go with Crook. And let's jump into it. So I am wearing the lightweight ballistic vest. That's what's going to give me a bump in armor here. I'm taking the first aid kit's going to be taking 14 of these suckers because I've got no health regen here. Not taking hostage taker, which I know is another favorite of people who aren't running health regen perks. We'll go into the guns at the end there, but you can get a quick look. AKIMBO BERNETTIs and the Dodger. Well, that's what I'm calling my shotgun, at least my Judge. So let's jump into it now with dodge, because I'm the person on the team that's going to be running around like a maniac. Always want to take Inspire. Love this skill. We all know what it is. Shouting at your teammates gets them up. You can only do that once every 20 seconds now. But these are kind of really important here. Uppers. So we're going to be a little selfish. But 14's a lot. So most of the time you can give them out to your teammates. You're going to have 14 of these bad boys. And then, of course, once this is aced, you actually get to use this within a 5-meter radius of the first aid kit if you use all of your health. So you automatically pick that up. So if you feel like you're getting backed into a corner, put one of these bad boys down, shoot your way out of it, and if you lose all your health, then you get to use this automatically. So here in Enforcer, we're going to go all the way up the middle here in the tank section, all the way up to Iron Man. I always advise getting Iron Man in every build because it really does just increase your armor value by 30%. And if you're obviously running a tank build, then you would ace this out. No point with what we're running. We're going to take Bullseye Ace, so every headshot, because we're going to be going for headshots all the time, like always. 25 armor back if we do that, plus our armor regen boost from Crook, plus all the extra armor we're going to get from the ballistic vest and everything. Die Hard Ace, another boost to the ballistic vest at the same time here. We always want transport basic throw bags. And then, of course, resilience, increased armor recovery rate 15%. Flashbangs are always a pain in the ass. Underdog had one spare point at the end of this. Didn't really have many points to waste on this one. So if I did have 1 point, this is probably what I go with. When 3 or more enemies are within 18 meters, you receive a 15% damage boost. So that's always good. We're always going to be running around. Always going to be close and inside where the enemies are. So nothing at all in Technician. Didn't have no points at all. Now, we're running dodge, so we want to go up as high as Sneaky Bastard here. So we get that 1% dodge chance for every 3 points of concealment under 35 up to 10%, which is always amazing. And then there's a couple of dodge ones here too. Duck and cover, stamina starts regenning at 25% earlier, 25% faster, push your sprint quicker. And then we have a 10% increase to dodge while we're sprinting, and zipline of 15%. Now, inner pockets is important too. We increase the concealment of melee weapons, so we're actually going to use inner pockets in order to be able to activate Sneaky Bastard and Low Blow here. Because we are wearing the ballistic vest, we want to increase the concealment of that, so we want to ace this out. Then, of course, parkour, additional 10 movement speed, 20 increased speed while climbing ladders, and then we gain the ability to spin in any direction, run and reload at the same time. Another important one here, So we're going to be using the Akimbo pistols, and you'll see in the fugitive tree that we are using a lot of pistol skills to complement that. But with that, the Akimbo pistols don't have a lot of damage, so we're going to boost them by using some silent killer skills right here. So second wind, we had to crack this one open to get in the silent killer tree. When your arm breaks, you get that increased movement speed. We want to go here to optical illusions. You are 45% less likely to be targeted by enemies. Next up, low blow. So the same vein as Sneaky Bastard, you gain a 3% critical hit chance for every 3 points of concealment up to, or under 35 up to 30%. So we've got a critical hit chance here at the same time. But then of course, specialized killing, professional, you gain 8 weapon stability and 100% snap to zoom. Not that important, but you deal 15% more damage with all silenced weapons. So that's extremely important when we put the silencers on our Bernettis that we saw at the beginning there. And then finally, a lot of points invested into the gunslinger section here. Equilibrium decreases the time it takes to draw and holster pistols. Akimbo, of course, we're going to be using, so stability penalty is reduced. And then, of course, a 50% increase in ammo capacity. Gun nut, very important too. Magazine size are increased by 5, gain 50% increased fire rate. Desperado, each pistol hit grants you a 10% increase in accuracy for 10 seconds, can stack 4 times. And then you reload pistols 50% faster, which is huge. One-handed talent, base damage of pistols increased by 5, so we're boosting that damage up. And then an additional 10 on top of that. And then just trigger Happy Basic. For every hit you hit with a pistol, you gain a 20% damage boost that lasts for 2 seconds, stacks up to 4 times. But we're going to be doing so much damage, not really worth the 8 points to ace this. We'll just keep restacking that one up as we go. So that is pretty much the skills that go across here. Now, if I was to change anything here, some health regen would be nice. Hostage take would be good if you didn't want to be that team player with Inspire. I wouldn't really take anything in here because the pickup rate for the ammo on the Bernettis and the Judge is pretty good. You don't really need ammo skills. Nothing really needed in Technician. Nothing really needed in Ghost either. This section here in Ghost is more for stealth. You could probably buff these two up, Low Blow and Sneaky Bastard, if you wanted to use some different guns with lower concealments. And then in the Fugitive, nothing much really here either. There's some skills in this section here that would be good if you wanted to thin out some of the other ones. You know, Feign Death, Swan Song, and Messiah, pretty good too. But that is it for the skills. Quick look at the guns. So, like we said, Akimbo Bernetti 9s. Love this skin. The Buckhorns, got 3 of them. Got the size doesn't matter suppressor on these bad boys to bring the detection risk down. Got a stability boost of 4. No gadget because I didn't want to up the concealment there. Got the engraved Bernetti grips. These look absolutely beautiful. Magazine, we've got the extra extended magazine to get an extra 24. So you can see what we've got here. Total ammo is 252. Magazine is 62, so that's huge. We do have a 50% reload buff at the same time if we need it, and our fire rate has gone up to 1,000, so that's pretty decent too. And then of course we get an 8+ stability boost here with the Elite Slide. Then of course everyone knows my favorite gun is the Judge. Looking into the Dodger here, very basic. Got the Greed Mint condition on there, using the HE rounds to take out shields and stun dozers and all my favorite fellows. No barrel extension now. You could potentially use maybe the Silent Killer on that. Puts it up to 7. You would lose 1 dodge by getting that up to 7. It's up to you if you think it's worth it. I don't really use this for damage as it is, so I'm pretty much just going to remove that and keep that low. I kind of like the way this looks with that suppressor on it. Anyway, accuracy boost on that one too. Put this on there purely because I want a nice little laser on there at the same time. No sight, because that's going to boost the concealment higher than I want it. So that is pretty much it. Use the brass knuckles to stun enemies. Love the Molotovs. Using Crook. Using Clover. First aid kits. Let me know what you guys think. Tell me if you're a rogue player or a crook player. Or even if you use Grinder for some dodge too, because that's possible at the same time, just not as high. That is it. Try it out. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next video.